Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, it's that time of the year again. It's the beginning of a calendar year, and we all know what that means. Yes, it means that our state legislature will be going back into session soon. And therefore, all of us lawful and responsible gun owners are beginning to get a little worried, a little scared, a little anxious as to how many different ways will they try to take away our Second Amendment rights this year. So let's spend a few minutes and talk about what's coming out of Olympia in 2022. Okay, before we get rolling, you guys know the drill. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button down below. If you want to stay up to date on issues related to your Second Amendment rights, either on a statewide or nationwide level, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Click the little bell logo if you want to be notified when we post new videos. And most importantly, let's keep the comments and discussions coming. That's how we're going to make sure that we get our videos out to more lawful and responsible gun owners like yourself. Okay, well, it's early 2022, and that means our legislature will be going back into session soon. And yes, the talk and fervor has already begun from those on the left as to all the creative different ways that they're going to try to restrict our Second Amendment rights this legislative session. In trying to read the tea leaves or look into the crystal ball, or whatever you want to do to play like a quasi-Nostradamus here, I believe that there are four major areas of legislation that we will see as it relates to your Second Amendment rights coming this legislative session. Number one, I believe there will be yet another attempt. This will be the third or fourth attempt now at a high-capacity magazine ban. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. Number two, there will be, yes, another attempt at a complete and outright ban of all assault rifles, AR rifles, AK-47s, essentially all semi-automatic rifles. Number three, I know for a fact that there will be a push for new geographical restrictions, that is places where we will not be allowed to carry firearms regardless of our concealed carry status. And finally, I do believe that there will be a huge push to outlaw ghost guns, or what we call untraceable firearms. Okay, let's first start talking about high-capacity magazine ban. Now, we know this is all the rage in a lot of blue states, and we know that in this state, this is not the first nor the second attempt at this. In fact, just last year, we had Senate Bill 5078 kicking around. It got as far as committee and then kind of petered out there. It originally would have banned capacity to any magazine for a handgun or a rifle to 10 rounds. Now, Representative Brad Clifford out of the Tri-Cities was kind enough to do a lot of hard work on this, and he was able to get an amendment added to it that would have restricted it to 17 rounds. That bill died in committee. Well, the year is 2022, and even though that bill went nowhere, it's not going to stop Democrat from Bellevue, Kathy Curterer, from again proposing a new bill which would again ban capacity of magazines to 10 rounds, period. Whether it's a handgun, semi-automatic rifle, doesn't matter. She wants a blanket 10-round ban. Where is that legislation likely to go? I don't know, but I know that Attorney General Ferguson has made it an absolute priority, because this is all the talking points that he has distributed out to his Democratic colleagues, all of the wonderful little talking points as to why a magazine restriction does not violate your Second Amendment rights and how it is going to save so many lives. So yes, I believe that we are in for one heck of a battle as it relates to the AR capacity or the magazine capacity ban. Okay, last year, Senate Bill 5217, had it become law, would have banned AKs in all formats, ARs in all formats, and probably another 150 to 200 different types of firearms. I'll put the link for the bill down below so you can take a look at the language yourself and see the makes and models that would have been banned. Now, this legislation didn't really get too far down the road, but once again, why let that stop you? So Kathy Curterer, our Democrat out of Bellevue, will once again be sponsoring a bill this year to ban all assault rifles. Now, I also believe that there's going to be a push this year to increase more geographical restrictions of areas where we can carry firearms. As we know, last year, the only bill to make it all the way through the legislature and be signed into law was Senate Bill 5038. Senate Bill 5038 restricted open carry and no longer allowed it at permitted demonstrations or on the West Capitol grounds in Olympia. I believe that the success of that bill last year is not only going to entice Kathy Curterer out of Bellevue, but also April Berg, a Democrat out of Mill Creek, will be co-sponsoring bills to restrict where we can carry firearms. Now, Ms. Kerderer is going to propose a bill where local governments would be given the opportunity to restrict where firearms can be carried, such as with buildings related to school boards or other things like that. Now, that certainly would violate the state preemption clause. We'll put a link for the video down below on that. But again, why let the law get in the way of the policy that you want to implement? Now, Democrat April Berg out of Mill Creek is also going to be sponsoring a bill this year, and that would ban any firearm at any place in which ballots are being counted. Now, I'm not sure what the reasoning behind it is. I scoured the news to see if there had been any sort of intimidation or acts of violence committed at polling places or places in which ballots were being tabulated. I was not able to find a single instance anywhere in the state of Washington, but once again, Ms. Berg believes that this is a necessary piece of legislation. So the bottom line is this: I believe that we are in for one heck of a battle in 2022 on several fronts related to your Second Amendment rights. What can you do right now? Well, the same thing you can do anytime bad legislation is being proposed. I want you to contact your local legislators, contact your state representatives, contact your state senators. Tell them that you believe that these bills are bad ideas, that this is bad law, and you do not support their passage. Listen, we'll keep you posted about more things as this legislative session proceeds. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of developments in Washington gun law. We'll keep all of you posted about those developments as they occur this legislative session. Listen, you may have more questions about new proposed firearm legislation or anything related to your Second Amendment rights. And if you do, don't ever hesitate to contact us at WashingtonGunLaw.com. Or, of course, you can call us directly at 425-765-0487. Now remember, part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here at Washington Gun Law, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.